3 over 4x minus 2 over 3 is equal to 5 over 6. So in order to solve this question and get the value of x, the first thing we'll do, we'll get the LCM of 4, 3, and 6. All right? And the LCM of 4, 3, and 6 is 12. Let me show you how to get the LCM. All right, we have 4, 3, and 6. So we'll divide by the lowest prime number, which is 2. All right, so 2 into 4 is 2 times. Into 3, we'll bring down a 3 because 2 cannot divide 3. There will be a remainder. And 2 into 6 is 3 times. So we still have 2 here. All right, so we can use 2 again. 2 divides 2 once. 2 into 3, there's going to be a remainder. So we'll bring down the 3. Then 2 into 3, there will be a remainder. We'll bring down the 3. Then lastly, we have 3 here. So we can use 3 now to divide. All right, 3 goes into this. Not possible. So you bring down your 1. And 3 into 3 is 1. 3 goes into itself once. So for us to get the LCM, we'll just say 2 times 2, that's 4. 4 times 3 is 12. You can watch my previous videos on how to get LCM and HCF to teach you more on that. So the next thing to do, now that we've known our LCM is 12, is to multiply through by the LCM. We'll multiply this part of the equation by the LCM, multiply this by the LCM, and multiply these by the LCM. So we'll have 3 over 4x, all right, in bracket of 12. Then we'll have minus 2 over 3 in bracket of 12. That's equal to 5 over 6 in bracket of 12. All right, so 4 goes into itself once, into 12 is 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. Then you bring your x, so we'll have 9x. Bring down your minus sign. All right, so we can use 3 to reduce this. 3 cancel itself once. Into 12 is 4 times. Then 2 times 4, we have 8. So we'll bring down the equality sign. And the next thing to do, we'll say 6 goes into itself once. Into 12 is 2 times. Then 5 times 2, and that gives us 10. And the next thing we're going to do is to collect like terms. So we'll bring down our 9x, our equality sign, we'll bring down the 10. All right, then the minus 8 will cross the equality sign over to this side, all right, to become a positive 8. So 9x is equal to 18. So the next thing we're going to do is to divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of x, which is 9. Divide by 9 and divide by 9. So this cancels out this, and we're left with x, which is 9 here 1. 9 into 18 is 2 times. So the value of x is 2. Now let's answer the next question. For the second question, we have 1 over 2x plus 4 over 5 is equal to 1 over 5x minus 7 over 10. Like we've done before for the question 1, the first thing to do is to get your LCM. Your LCM of 2, 5, 5, and 10 is 10. All right, so we'll multiply through by the LCM. So we'll have 1 over 2x multiplying 10. All right, then we'll have plus 4 over 5. 4 over 5 multiplying 10. That's equal to 1 over 5x. 1 over 5x in bracket of 10 minus 7 over 10 in bracket of 10. All right, so we can now reduce. 2 divides itself once and 2 divides 10 5 times. So 5 times 1x, we'll have 5x. We'll bring down our positive sign. 5 divides itself once, 5 divides 10 2 times. So 4 times 2 is 8. So the next thing to do, we'll bring down our equality sign. All right, 5 divides itself once, 5 divides 10 2 times. 1 times 2 is 2. So we'll have an x here. We'll bring it down. Then our minus sign, 10 divides itself once, 10 divides itself once. So 7 times 1, we have 7. So when we have this, this is now a linear equation. we'll collect like terms. Bring down 5x plus 2x crosses over to becomes minus 2x, and that's equal to minus 7, plus 8 crosses over to becomes minus 8. So we'll have 3x here, and that's equal to minus 15. So the next thing to do is to divide both sides of the equation by the coefficient of x, which is 3. All right, x is equal to 15 divided by 3, and that's 5. So we'll have minus 5. So the value of x is minus 5. I'd like you to give me a thumbs up if you think you are learning and this is helpful before we move to question 3. All right, so in question 3, we have x over 4 minus 2 is equal to x over 8 plus 3. Now, what we should ask ourselves is, what is the LCM of 4 and 8? And it's pretty simple. The LCM is 8, so we'll multiply through by the LCM. All right, so we can have 8 in brackets. We'll have x over 4. All right, then minus 2 times 8, minus 2 in bracket of 8, and that's equal to x over 8 in bracket of 8, then plus 3 times 8. So 4 cancels itself once. We can remove 4 from 8 2 times, then 2 times x, we'll have 2x. 2 times 8 is 16, so we'll have our minus 16, and that's equal to 8 cancels out itself, and we're left with x. All right, and that's plus 3 times 8 is 24, so we'll have plus 24. The next thing to do is to collect like terms. X crosses over to becomes 2x minus x, and that's equal to our positive 24. We'll bring it down. Then minus 16 crosses over to become plus 16. 2x minus x will give us 1x, and 24 plus 16 will give us 40. All right, so the value of x is 40. Then in the next question, we have 3x plus 5 over 11. 3x plus 5 over 11. 3x plus 5 all over 11 is equal to a negative 2. And the negative 2, that is a whole number, is the same as negative 2 over 1. All right, so the next thing to do, we'll ask ourselves, what is the LCM of 11 and 1? The LCM is 11. So we can choose to multiply through by the LCM. We'll use 11 to multiply this, and we'll use 11 to multiply this. And also, there's another thing we can do. We can decide to cross multiply. 3x plus 5 times 1. All right, that will give us 3x plus 5, and that's equal to, then minus 2 times 11, we'll have minus 22. This is quite easier and faster. All right, so we'll collect like terms. We'll bring down 3x, and that's equal to minus 22 plus 5 crosses over to become minus 5. So 3x is equal to minus 27. All right, so we divide both sides by 3, divide by 3. All right, so the value of x is equal to 27 divided by 3, and we'll have 9. So our negative sign is there, so our answer becomes negative 9. All right, if you find this helpful, don't forget to put your thumbs up in the comment section, or you can just type it's helpful. All right, so that can encourage me to do more. Now, the next question we have is x plus 2. That's question 5. We'll have x plus 2 all divided by 6 minus x minus 4 all divided by 8, and that's equal to 1. I would like you to attempt this question And please drop your answer at the comment section. All right, but I'm going to help you with one thing that can help to answer this question easily, and that thing is the LCM. I know some of you might be struggling on how to get the LCM of 6 and 8, and it's pretty simple. The LCM of 6 and 8 is 24, and the reason is because 24 is the lowest number that can divide 8 and 6. All right, so do this and drop your answer at the comment section. And don't forget to please like, share, and follow me for more. If you're watching this on YouTube, support what I do by subscribing to my channel. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.